Hello friends, Vince Burlapp here. Today we are taking a rather attentive look at a brand new sedan, the new Kia Fore. Here you get an idea of what that new Kia could look like parked in front of your new hipster dwelling in the desert. Both make quite a statement. One is a very modern looking car. The other is a testimony to your poor real estate investment. The Kia logo is larger than ever, while the front grille seems to be shrinking a bit, unless you include that ghastly black plastic mess on the bumper as a grille. The new Kia Fore has really fancy and fun-looking lights, like most cars these days. What it doesn't have is a hybrid powertrain, which will be sorely missed by many, especially the cheapskates, penny pinchers, and nerds who don't like spending money on gas. This new Kia sedan has a clever hidden rear door handle, maybe a bit too clever for those among us who tend to be rather slow on the uptake. These poor souls will just have to sit in the front seat. The wheels on this top-of-the-line GT model are almost all black, but they thankfully include a bit of silver polished metal, just like the good Lord intended wheels to be. The Kia Fore seems to have a very large trunk, a wonderful feature for those of us who need to carry most of our belongings everywhere we go. There is never too much room for all the stuff I need and cherish. These personal artifacts and paraphernalia I just cannot spend a minute without. No trunk is too big for my busy and fascinating life. Unfortunately, that trunk is not a hatchback, as it should be. That means a much smaller opening, making it impossible to carry large yet necessary objects like your beloved drum set or that almost new washing machine you saw on the sidewalk a few blocks away. The seats don't fold completely flat either. Trying to take a well-deserved nap back there will result in significant and profound back pain or even uncontrolled rage for weeks to come. The interior of this GT version is mostly black with a few white bits here and there, just to make sure the whole thing isn't entirely depressing. It might be hard to keep that white center part of the steering wheel clean when you need to honk at some idiot cutting you off while eating a couple of fish tacos. The dashboard provides enough of a light show to keep some of us amused for a while. And the black and white seats remind me of, other black and white seats, I guess. The sunroof isn't as large as it seems from the outside. At least it does open a bit to let in some fresh air. The cool breeze could be welcome after a long trip with some less than immaculate passengers. Why has no one made a feature film shot by a rear camera yet? I'll never know. The phone charger is in the usual place, that dark spot right under the dashboard, the exact spot you never ever check before leaving the car, that spot where it will stay for hours and hours while you're frantically looking for it, taking a walk or getting spicy tacos at Trader Joe's. You will literally go mad before you can even get back to your car and realize the phone was there all along, waiting for you in that dark and forgotten spot. The cup holders allow you to fit drinks of different sizes. A nice touch, since everyone knows a bottle of wine is much larger than a can of beer. Do I see heated seats and cooling seats? Yes, no matter what the weather is like outside, your delicate backside and precious butt cheeks will be kept at a decent temperature. There will be no sweat and no hypothermia in the new Kia Fore. And the Harman Pod on speaker will make sure 70s on 7 on Sirius radio sounds as good as it can. There will be no more tears. The air vents and USB plugs will keep the rear passengers happy, like that rando hitchhiker with purple pants you just picked up in the canyon. The new Kia will be the perfect companion to your new hipster house in the desert. Driving there, driving back, there and back, again and again. That damn house. You bought it and you'd better enjoy it. Trip after trip, every single weekend. If it weren't for the new K4 and Barry White on Sirius Radio, these trips would be driving you mad. But just remember, no one's perfect. Like my neighbor Ray reminded me the other day, even Mannix panics.